All right, welcome back to Colbert Mini Projects. I'm out here in a winter wonderland. It has begun to snow. It's the end of November 2025, and I got my snow shovel here. I'm getting older, so I like to scrape my snow off my driveway and my sidewalks in smaller increments because I'm incapable of reproducing a male, so all I have is daughters. So that leaves me doing the bulk of the work, but we'll get this done, and then I'm going to hit it with a Vermeer, and we'll clear off the driveway, and then we've got some family coming over. See if I can find the edges here so I'm not out in the grass. Where are we at here? There it is. Alrighty, well, that gets us the pathway down to the wood burner. You can see behind me we got the driveway done and we got the sidewalks done. So I was out here, man, I had these down gloves on and they're good for operating the machinery, I think, but whew, I was just sweating like crazy, so had to drop those, and I just got these. They're semi-insulated rubber grip gloves. So all right, I'm gonna head down to the barn. I'm gonna get the old Vermeer out. There's not a lot of snow right now. I hope if I start pushing a bunch of gravel, I'm done. I'm not doing that. But yeah, if it's not pushing a bunch of gravel and if it's frozen enough, which I think it is with all the snow on the ground, then I'll get this plowed out and at least get the first round of that done. And honestly, that's just playing around because the Vermeer will move snow, 2 feet deep. It doesn't care, so it'll just push. But anyways, I'll get it while I can see the edges. Nicole warned me, don't mess with the grass over here, be very careful. So I'll watch that edge of the driveway there. And now it's time to just have some fun. Okay, opening the doors, and there's really, if you look, there's really no snowpack around the doors. It's generally a little lighter around the doors, unless the wind's been blowing and just drifting it right there. But that's not necessarily the case. So you can see where the sliding door track is. I do love these doors because the track is actually right here. So when you get a ton of snow, instead of the door actually rolling on a track sitting on the ground, the track is here, and the roller, let's see if I can get it. The roller's up underneath here. So it like just self-cleans as it slides. Whoops, it self-cleans as it slides through there. So outstanding doors for snow, for sure. I don't know why you build in the Northern Hemisphere without these doors. Anyways, little plug for FBI there. All right, we got her open, and all I see is crispy white snow. So we'll start pushing it with the Vermeer and having a good time. Okay, you can see how this did. Got the old Vermeer going here. It did a really good job. If you just look, there's actually a pile right here. What that is, that's not stone, that's actually ash from the wood boiler. I just dump it in the driveway. And let it kind of cool off there. But yeah, just looking at this is cleaned up really nice. I'm just working around the wood piles, and that thing will just keep pushing till you stop it. I would say the tracks get a little funny on icy ground when it's like uphill and you got a load on it, but this is cleared up really good, and I just don't have piles of gravel everywhere. So it's frozen enough to operate on. One thing that I like about this Vermeer is right here. Let me see, my equipment's getting frozen here. I'm gonna turn this, I'm gonna idle it down here. But if I were to lift this up, I'm going to show you this. Now, if I just push down a little bit right here, it's going to go down, okay? Now, if I press down, it'll actually float to the bottom, and those hydraulics will float and just settle, and that is so cool. So, trying to do this by myself, but you can see that lever's pinned forward, and that allows this to just go up and down and just float. So you can see right here that this thing's kind of like tilted. Not a big deal. We can just press over with this. There we go. And I can adjust the tilt on it, but it allows these two cylinders on the sides to actually just float down. And there you go. Now I'm gonna push and I'll clear this half of the driveway. I used to push all the snow that way. That was kind of my habit, and then I realized I'm picking up small stones, not a lot, and I'm putting it in our new grass. Not a good idea. So I'm going to press a little bit here, but I really need to clear out that backside, and then I'm trying to push all the snow this way now. So I guess my strategies have changed a little bit here, but boy, these gloves are warm. Alrighty, we're getting her done. All I've got to do now is go back up by the house, up the hill, and work my way down, push this stuff out by the road, and then we'll be all set. Okay, well, that does it for today. I've got all that cleared out. I will say this, I cleared a little bit down the road just because the plows are coming from this way. We're on the right side of the road, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. So plow trucks are going to be blowing snow and covering my opening, so I actually pushed it a little further just to help them out. So they're going to run out of snow with nothing to push in front of my driveway, and then they'll get back to some snow. But if you look, loyal dog sitting right there. She really wanted to come closer to the road, but I told her to stay, and she actually did. I think I hurt her feelings. Usually she's bopping around here, but she's not making eye contact right now, so I don't know. I think she's mad at me. But anyways, yeah, you can see up there we got the driveway cleared to the house, driveway cleared to the barn. And I hope you enjoyed this. I sure did. I know that when I was putting my socks on, I was getting all giddy. I'm like, yes, we go out play in the snow. So it may get old, but mid 40s, and I'm still really enjoying it. So hope you guys enjoyed your snowstorm. See you next time. Hey, remember to like, subscribe, and hit those notifications.